Hi guys, my name is Michael and this is channel for all the PS Vita fans. Welcome! A lot of progress has been made recently at the PS Vita homebrew department, therefore it is necessary to bring you the latest and the greatest top 5 PS Vita ports in 2021. This is the fourth part of the series, where I'm striving not as much for reviews and/or technical accuracy as for, let's say, first subjective impressions and overall appeal it offers. If you haven't seen the previous episodes, feel free to check them out in the right corner or in the description below. I've created a playlist, so go watch it now, well, not now, but after you've done with this one. I reckon these spirited homebrew deeds and quote-unquote piracy feats will finally meet a greater appreciation soon, because as you may have heard, allegedly the PlayStation Store on the PS Vita, PSP and PS3 will be shutting down this summer, so we won't be able to access any media anymore. Well, we will be, but the greater population won't be. Hence it is more important than ever to archive all the PS Store exclusives, DLCs, etc. for the upcoming generations to enjoy. It is still just a rumor, as it wasn't officially announced, though after the PS5 launch I was expecting something similar to happen. And now, without any further ado, let's dive right into the video. Number 1. Hurricane. It is a freeware 2D jump and run and gun game ported by Amir. Inspired by the epic Hurricane game series, Hurricane stays by all means true to the original game while still being highly innovative. Blast your way through myriads of enemies, explore the secrets of 9 massive worlds, collect tons of power-ups and increase your firepower in this highly addictive title. The huge levels and morph ball functions were inspired by the Metroid, the overall graphics design and weapons were inspired by Psychonix Oscar. Unlike many other action games of its time, Hurricane didn't force the player to complete a linear level. Instead, the player can explore each level and uncover secrets. Hurricane is the ultimate Hurricane megamix, taking ideas from several installments of the original franchise, while at the same time expanding on its universe. I knew straight away as I loaded it up I would like it, as it possesses all the correct attributes that are needed in order to grab my attention. For example, like shooting with the blaster to all directions, as well as I thoroughly enjoyed the all kinds of enemies right from the beginning. From the flying mecha wasps that are ambushing you helter-skelter, to the crawling mini-walkers brought right from the Star Wars. There is nothing worse than mindless foes strolling right-left without giving a damn about you. Which is absolutely not this game's approach. And I absolutely dig it. The difficulty level is pretty hardcore. It is not big deal though, as that's the whole point, to overcome the challenge, I guess. If you feel intrigued, go and download it via Vita Homebrew browser or VitaDB website. It's for free, with 50 MB file size, so why the hell not? Number 2. King of Machines. It is a brand new original game made by H. Wilson and ported by Misery. At heart, it is a mecha-themed, side-scrolling beat-em-up in a world where powered eco-suits are commonplace and also the weapon of choice in a violent uprising. Inspired by classic beat-em-ups like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Armored Warriors, as well as modern character action games. This game is exactly what my heart craved for. Fast-paced, kick-ass, over-the-top action, filled to the brim with all kinds of intricate combos that you got no idea how you managed to pull it off until you check the combo list. And even after that, it's not second nature to perform it in the heat of a moment surrounded by all these mechatronic creatures. You gotta work hard in order to reap the fruits of your button mashing goodness. But after all, it is indeed worth the effort. Controls are straightforward: jump with X, shoot with square, melee with circle, special weapons L and R. The character controls very well, the graphics are old school, frame rate solid, no slowdowns, just a boiling pot of ruthlessness. Ruthlessness? We are just a peaceful gamers, bro. We ain't no ruthless thugs. Well, we are. In this game we have to be, otherwise we are as good as dead without it. In spite I haven't been much of a beat-em-up fan, the King of Machines found a way to my heart and opened the gateway into yet another uncharted territory. Thanks for that, devs. The port doesn't need any additional files to be added, all you need is to install it, have fun, in addition to around 15 MB of empty space on your memory card. Number 3. Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars, ported by The Flow and the Rin, just about last week. Huge thanks to them, keep up the excellent work, guys. This is the 4th installment of the native GTA title playable on the PS Vita. So far I've been able to cover only one of them, hence there is one more left for another ports video coming in the near future. Make sure you won't miss it by clicking the subscribe button underneath. You won't regret it. The title is rock solid. It has always been, since its initial release in 2009 on the Nintendo DS. Later it came to the PSP, iOS and even to the Android. The cel-shaded graphics, 2.5D perspective, unique gameplay mechanics, the divergence from the previous GTA titles is blatantly evident. Though it doesn't necessarily mean to the wars, it just means it was built with Nintendo DS kept in mind. What do I think about the Chinatown Wars port? I think it's a well-rounded port. Most of my time I spent playing it on the PSP, and to be honest I prefer that version, as I don't really fancy those gimmicky touch-based controls. Well, obviously you are using joysticks and buttons to control the character, though there are sections where you are forced into it, so to me it seems a bit cheesy. Like forcing you into unscrewing the 4 screws before jump-starting the car? What the hell? I'm gonna rather kick it open and pry it out with the screwdriver. Or simply the best is to avoid it altogether by stealing the car the traditional way, to simply kick out the guy who's driving it. The PS Vita port is based on the mobile version of the game, therefore there are the same touch-based actions involved. I was trying to dig more information about the differences between those versions, and as it stands there are 2 main differences. The PSP version has a lower resolution, as well as some exclusive content that can be enjoyed only via this version. The Android version has higher resolution, no exclusive content, but it has 2 extra DLC missions that can be unlocked. As always, you gain some, you lose some. I believe it's worth playing either way you look at it, as there is loads to like in either one and the core gameplay mechanics are unchanged. To run the game, you must supply data files from the Android version, which you are expecting to obtain legitimately, other than simply installing the VPK, as the game is still being sold. Don't you worry though, you are just expected. What you do in the end is always up to you. One thing is for sure, you will need around 900 MB on your memory card to get it running. By the way, I made a guide on how to set it up, feel free to have a look at it, link in the right corner. Number 4. Celeste Vita. It is a port of original Celeste classic game for the Pico 8, ported by The Commies. The game is a hardcore 2D platforming game, definitely not for the faint of heart. Set on a fictional version of Mount Celeste, it follows a young woman named Madeline who attempts to climb the mountain and must face her inner demons in her quest to reach the summit. I certainly did face my inner demons in a quest to reach the end of the first level. The mechanics of the Celeste are really simple to learn, yet very challenging to master. The Celeste is really demanding yet enjoyable experience. You move with the D-pad, jump with cross, you can grab a wall for a second, and the most unique feature it offers is undoubtedly ability to perform a mid-air dash in 8 directions, 4 diagonal and 4 normal ones. This move can only be performed once and must be replenished by either landing on the ground, hitting certain objects, or moving to a new screen. As soon as you are on a new screen, you can die as many times as you wish. There are unlimited continues. Unless you turn off the game completely, then you gotta start from the beginning. To be honest, I haven't invested much of my time into this title, yet it appealed to me right from the first encounter. Graphics are simple, sound as well. The screen is in vertical orientation, so there are black bars on each side when you play it, or alternatively you can stretch the screen, which looks even more disturbing. Up to my research of the game prior to this video, I've got no idea this game was already published on all the various major platforms like Switch, PS4, Xbox One, Windows, Mac, and even on the Stadia, bro. What the hell? The game received universal acclaim upon release and was largely considered one of the best games of 2018. Who would have thought that? Certainly not me, but obviously it's easy to get carried away by the game, so I'm not that surprised. To be clear, it's not the exact copy of the game, but mechanics, style, and first I'm not sure how many levels are same, hence we can all agree it's based on the same principles. I can wholeheartedly recommend Celeste not just to the brave-hearted ones, but to the general public as well. It's a title worth having on your PS Vita, especially considering it's for free, and with only about 10 MB its size, is irresistible. Go and have some hardcore platforming fun of the day. Number 5. We have reached our final destination where this train is terminating. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. I mean, please mind the Grand Theft Auto San Andreas coming at you at the speed of a raging bullet. Another excellent port brought to us by the godfathers of ports, Rain and the Flow, alongside all the other diligent devs that contributed in one way or another. We are here not to discredit anybody, but to honor the everlasting message. That is gonna stick with us until the end of the days, not like aforementioned PS Vita store closure, which is undoubtedly a shame. The battle might be lost. The battle might be lost, but the war is not over yet. The time has come for you to exploit your PS Vita. The time has come to unlock the never-ending stream of possibilities associated with it. Be my guest and follow any of the awesome YouTube tutorials showing you how to make it happen. Unlike the previous 2 GTA Vita ports that used a reverse-engineered engine, San Andreas Vita port is utilizing the mobile version of the game with many custom hooks, bells and whistles. You will need to provide game files yourself. The game can be purchased on the Play Store or pirated elsewhere. But we ain't no pirates. We are a law-abiding citizen, the likes of which you can find in a movie with the same name. I've also produced a tutorial on how to get it run on your PS Vita. Check it out in case you are interested, link in the right corner. The premise of every GTA game is so simple that it's hard to believe the GTA 5 is still selling so well in spite of the fact it feels like same old thing over and over, besides the improved visuals. I would even dare to argue San Andreas is better suited to my needs, and better tailored to my state of mind. It feels right at home when I launch the game and the CJ is grabbing onto his BMX and doing some 360s. I can hear the young Melee rapping from the backstage of my apartment. Breath of fresh air, yeah, it's a Melee, big swung. I come with the Connect gang members, and hey, it ain't bright if we ain't light. Sorry, but I ain't no rap god, that's the best that I could come up with. I hope you appreciate it. The perfect sentence to wrap this port up would be the flow tweet from the release. Quote, "We gave the PS Vita D game, capital THE, it always deserved. GTA San Andreas with authentic PS2 atmosphere on the go. The dream has become the reality for all the PS Vita enthusiasts. Do yourself a favor and don't skip this exquisite work of art." What about you guys? Which one is your favorite PS Vita port? Or it hasn't been done yet? I hope that everyone's dream game will eventually come true, because as it seems the lust for porting has just begun and the stars are also aligned in our favor. So it is highly unlikely the new ports will just cease to materialize. Finally, the comment I've picked for this video is again from the dev Misery, that goes like, "Wow, it's really trippy to see people talking about my work. Thanks a lot. When the GMS porting is more streamlined, aka when we can port shaders, I'll be happy to talk about it more." To which I replied, "You're welcome and thanks too, keep up the great work. I think it's necessary to talk about it as they are doing it for free and their only reward is our happiness. And our happiness has to be apparent so the heartwarming effect can be maximized." If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, it means a lot to me and to the YouTube algorithm. Leave some random comment, subscribe so you won't miss any upcoming content that is coming your way. Thanks for watching guys, and see you in the next one. Peace.